A very good morning, students. Welcome to today's English class. In the previous classes, we have learnt a lesson and a grammar part, students. I hope you have learnt that properly. You are learning, you are reading all those question answers. Okay. Now let us start today's lesson. Today we are going to learning a poem, students. We are going to learn a poem. Before learning this poem, just have a look on free reading tasks, students. Let me ask some questions for you. Okay. First question is, how many seasons do we have in a year? As they have given here, spring season, summer season, autumn and winter season, students. Okay. Let us go for the second question. Which season comes after winter? Spring season comes after winter. Number 3. What changes do we see in nature in spring season? In spring. Nature is filled with greenery and filled with the colorful flowers in the spring season, students. Okay, these are the questions and the answers. According to the Indian calendar, there are 6 ritus: Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha Ritu, Sharat Ritu, Hemant Ritu and Shishira Ritu. Now let's come for a poem. Today's poem's name is March. This poem is written by William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth is a romantic poet who likes to write about the nature. So he has written lyrically about the nature, describing the nature during the spring season. Understood, students? In this poem, we can see about the spring season, what changes and what changes come over the spring season. What were the changes? Understood? Now let us sing the poem with tune. All of you open your textbook and see the poem carefully and sing with me. Okay. The cock is crowing, the stream is flowing, the small birds twitter, the lake doth glitter, the green field sleeps in the sun. Now come for the second para. The oldest and the youngest are at work with the strongest. The cattle are grazing, their heads never raising. There are 40 feeding like one. Here are the 10 lines of this poem, students. Let us learn only 10 lines in today's class. Okay? Now here our poet is saying, spring is a colorful season. It brings cheerfulness and new activities in all living beings. Students, here the cock is crowing. The spring season's first day is started. It begins with the crowing of the cock. The cock early start to crow to begins the day of the people who are living in that village. This day is starting with the crowing of cock. This is in this first line of this poem. The stream is flowing. In that village, the stream is flowing lazily, very happily, because that is the spring season. The small birds twitter by seeing all around the greenery and the fruits and the colorful flowers. The birds of that place, birds of the nature feel very happy and they start to twitter. Twitter means birds to make a number of short rapid sounds. They will make sounds. By making sounds they will show their happiness towards the nature. Now they were having food for themselves and they were flying all over the places in the nature by seeing the greenery. So they were twittering like this. They were showing their happiness, and the stream is flowing, and that is increasing the beauty of nature here, students. Okay. The lake doth glitter. Doth means old form of Does. Here we can see the archaic words, students. Archaic words are the old usage words, old English words. Here see, students, doth is the old English word, old form of does. Now we will use this as does. Here in the poem they are given doth. Understood, students? Now the lake doth glitter. The lake is glittering. Why it is glittering? The green field sleeps in the sun. Now there sun rises, and from the light of the sun, the lake is glittering. Glitter means shine brightly with flashing points of light. With the flashing point of light, the lake is glittering. I hope you have seen. Most of our students are coming from village areas, so you could have seen that. I think you would have seen that. The flashing of light, we can see how the water, how the lake glitters, how they shine. Okay, how that shines. Okay, the green field sleeps in the sun means the green field appears to be sleeping in the warm sunny morning. That wants the warm sunny morning, warm sunshine. So that's why it was sleeping, and it was showing its happiness towards the climate, towards the weather. Here in the para, in this para, our poet is describing that day is started with the crowing of a cock, and that cock, and the stream is flowing with happily, and that increases the beauty of the nature, and the small birds are twittering by happiness, by having their food, and by flying all over the greenery. And then the lake doth glitter. Lake started to glitter by the shining of the sun. Then the green fields like to sleep in the warm sun. So this all shows that the nature looks like very beautiful. That is very happy. Understood? So our poet is saying this about the nature. After that, what happens? Let us see. The oldest and the youngest. The oldest and the youngest. The old people and the young people who were living in that village are at work with the strongest. All are working together. They are not making any laziness. They are not showing any laziness, students, because now they are very happy to from this season, spring season. Not cold is not there, simply no one problem is there, nothing, no one trouble is there. So they are very happy to having this season, this weather. So they are very happy to do the work. So old people also enthusiastically they came with the young people, and they are doing hard work with the young people. They are not thinking about their age. Simply they are working with the young people. The cat are at work with the strongest, means old people are working with the strong people, the youth. They are not thinking about their age. They are doing hard work just because of this climate, this season. Understood, student? This season made them very happy, so that's why they wanted to work. Understood? Now what happened to the animals? See, the cattle are grazing. In the spring season, we can see how the plants grow. After the winter season, in the spring season, the plants growing. So the greenery is all over the places. Then the cattle, the group of cow or the domestic animals, those animals also very happy to see this, and they were grazing. They were having their food. Understood? And then their heads never raising. They are busy in eating. They are busy in having their food. Even they are not raising their head just because they got their delicious food. So that's why they were having that. They were not raising their head. They are busy in grazing. There are 40 feeding like one. There are 40 feeding like one means, students, here nature is like our mother. It is feeding all over all the creatures who are living on earth. not only the cattle, not only the birds. We are also having food from our earth, from our nature. So here our poet is telling that we are also getting food from the nature. We are all have to respect our nature, because there are 40 feeding like one, means one person, one nature is feeding all the creatures um, of the earth. So the poet is saying like this. Our day is starting with the crowing of cock, and the stream is flowing, and the lake is glittering, and the small birds are singing with happiness, and the green field is sleeping in the warm sun, and the oldest and the youngest people are working together, and the cattle are grazing. They are busy in grazing. Even they are not raising their head. And lastly, finally, in the second para, the poet is saying that we are getting food from our nature. From our nature is like our mother. It is taking care of us. So we have to respect our nature. What he will said in the next paras, that let us learn in the next classes, students. Thank you so much.